So I just needed to let you know that. All right. So it's very important to write down the schedule, check off what is being accomplished every time, every day. Rewards will be free of school responsibilities in the evenings. Include chores at least once a day. Maybe take out the trash, things like that. If you schedule if the schedule is followed with fidelity throughout the week, have a weekend reward for your child, such as a favorite treat or extra technology time is a good one, or maybe time outside with you or with someone, making sure they're safe. Include arts and crafts time, exercise, music, and quality time. Have a place where your child will work on schoolwork or on arts and crafts. So have a little table in a corner somewhere where it almost looks like their school desk with pencils and crayons and all of that is very important. And then we're not, like I said, we're not sure what school will look like in the fall. So it is best to be prepared now and have it a set routine now. And then this will avoid problems in the future if online continues, all right? If online learning continues. All right, before I go on, any questions about this? I'll give you a moment if you want to unmute yourself. All right, I'm gonna go to the next one. All right, so here's an example of a schedule, all right? So you can see right here, you wanna make it kids friendly, my jobs to do, the date, what they do in the morning, what they do at bedtime. Do they gotta work on school? Do they gotta clean up? Do they gotta have a playtime in there? Screen time. Screen time means technology time to be on the phone. So here's an example schedule. Now look at here, I'm not including the Zoom meetings with teachers. So make sure you adapt this schedule. If you end up using something like this, make sure that you write down when the Zoom meetings will be, all right? Now I know we're almost done with the school year, but maybe you can try it out for the next 2 weeks, having a schedule written down. And if you've been having problems with your child following the schedule, I mean, just doing their schoolwork period, maybe the schedule can help you. So as you notice, I didn't start at 8 a.m. Or 7, but you can do that as well if you want to keep it like school was. It is recommended that the most important thing is that the time they get up and the time the students go to bed is the same every night. This is good for the students' stress level, and it is good for them physically and mentally. So this one I just did kind of, a little late, but I know it's hard sometimes to get students up early, especially if they're not going to school, but it just depends on your schedule. So it's just an example. Feel free to do it earlier if needed. I wouldn't recommend later. 9 is probably the latest you want to do it. But 9 a.m. wake up, 9 to 9:15, get ready. 9:15 to 9:45, eat breakfast. 9:45 to 10, you get up and check the assignments for the day. 10 to 11, that's when you do your reading. So then because you're at home, it's easier to take a break than when you're at school. So from 11 to 11:15, have your student take a break, relax, watch TV, go outside for a bit. 11 to 15 to 12:15, so that's another hour for math. 12:15 to 12:45, make sure you have something for lunch, just like you did in school around that time. 12:45 to 1:15, that's the fun part. That's when you can do some recess time. You may go outside if possible. That's really highly recommended. But if you can't, then just do something inside the home to relax or play. And then 1:15 to 2:45, that's when you can do your science, writing, or social studies homework if you have any. 2:45 to 3:30, free time, have a snack maybe. And then 3:30 to 4, that's where I told you earlier, is really important to give students responsibilities like a chore, like cleaning up, picking up their toys, or doing the dishes from lunch, or simply, doing something like, I don't know, like cleaning the sink in the restroom. Something simple, but give them something to do. And then if they keep that up, if they do all of these things from 4 to 9, then that's their reward. They have free time to play outside if there's an adult, to be on their phone if that's what they like, to play video games, or to read, do more arts and crafts. It's up to you. But it is important that they follow all the morning and afternoon schedule to earn that free time, because if not, everything that is in the schedule is going to have to carry on to the evening. All right. So before I go to the next slide, any questions about this schedule? It's just an example.
No, we don't have a question. I mean, we don't have a question for this.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. And I will go down to the next slide. Okay, so summer begins May 28th. That's in 2 weeks. It's a Thursday. But I just wanted to share with you that because of this COVID-19, from what I've been listening to on the news, is that, you know, it's still shelter in place. So, you know, I know a lot of places are starting to open, but the majority of time you will be at home. So please keep having a schedule and routine, because it's, if when August comes, we don't know what's going to happen. So you still want to have a routine in case we have to continue it. But even if we do go back to school, having a routine is always important. It's good for students to feel safe. Children feel safe when they know what is coming. Their anxiety goes down. Including scheduled chores, reading math facts, online math, and reading websites. So in a minute, I'm going to give you, I'm going to show you that I have a lot of resources of online games, educational games, and websites. And then that's what I'm going to email to you when you give me your email address. I'll email you all those resources, okay? And then tweak the schedule that I just showed you, so that I just showed you to be used during school. Just tweak that. You're going to remove, you know, all the math, reading, science, all those times to do assignments. You're going to remove those and maybe plug in some activities from these websites that I'm going to share with you. But make sure that you include simple things, you know, like taking a walk, or, you know, playtime, or time to just relax. Those things are very important for a child, because you still want them to be a kid and relax and play, but you also don't want them to be on the phone all day. So that's, or if they are on the computer a number of hours during the day, make sure it's on educational websites. All right. All right. So I had found an article that talked about giving one big chore every other day to students, or it doesn't even have to be every other day. It's just ideas to keep students busy during the summer. So it could be something that takes 1 or 2 hours. For example, and then right here I wrote that some of these things you have to do with students the first or second times you do them until they get the hang of it. So make sure that what you assign your student depends on their age. For example, have them organize their toys, separate Legos by color, organize their books and school supplies, fold all their clothes, organize their clothes and that are hanging in the closet. So maybe have them organized by t-shirt, long sleeve, things like that. Organize the food pantry. I know that's something the moms usually do, but students can help with that, and they can learn to do it themselves. And then also cleaning and organizing the refrigerator. That's another thing that students can help do. I know it's a bigger task, but it's going to keep them busy for an hour or two. So this is good to teach them responsibility. So those are just some tips on an article that I found. All right. Now, this is really, really, really good information. It's from the Dallas Library. And it's from the library on Skillman. Okay, so the Dallas Public Library has a lot of resources. They have at-home services, so they can rent books online. They can see story hours, like that's where people read stories to them. And they have this program called Smart Summer with Mayor Johnson. At-home activities, Hoopla, Cloud Library. You need to create an account, and there's even COVID-19 information, job assistance, and many more resources. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to actually click on it, and it should take me to the website. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you see Dallas Public Library at home. Do you see the orange? You don't see it? Okay, hold on a second. Mr. Abibi, can you unmute yourself? I want to ask you something. You still seeing the PowerPoint?
Yes, sir.
Okay, give me 1 second. I want to show you another website. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. Do you see Dallas Public Library at home now?
Yep, I can see that.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so when you go to the Dallas Public Library at home, you're gonna create an account first of all. So right here where it says go my account or log in, you're gonna click and create an account, okay? Everything is free unless unless it tells you that they're gonna charge you for something, but it's very rare, especially with everything that's happening. All this is free. So they have ebooks you can rent, audiobooks, comics that are online. So right here where it says library cards and your account, this is where you would manage your account and to know, how many ebooks you can get at one time. I think you can get up to 8 ebooks. So that way you can create an account and have books for multiple students. I thought this was really good. It has COVID-19 information about where we are in our county. And then also it tells you how Dallas is reopening. If you click on here, where the phases are, resources. This is really, really good. These resources, if you need financial help, if you need help paying bills, unemployment and job search, food and grocery assistance, health and wellness resources. This is really good. If you need counseling for your student during the summer, community resources, help with mortgage, rent, and housing, childcare. You might need childcare this summer. There's information, educational resources. This one's really, really good because, oh, wait. No, that's not it. I'm going to show you the educational resources in a minute. But anyways, this is really good. This is mainly what I wanted to share with you, because if you were to click on all those other links, it would share with you a lot of information. So I'm gonna go back to this. So anyways, that is the main thing that I want you to know, that here you can get books for your student. Your students need to be reading. Gracie, did you have a question? Unmute yourself so you can ask.
What's the website?
Oh, when you text me your mom's email address, I will send you the website, okay? Because it's too long to write down. So I'm gonna tell your mom to text me her email address, and I will send you this link for the library. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Good question. Any other questions about the library website?
No.
Okay, it's just like going to the library, but online, all right? And remember, in the summer, you want your students reading, even if it's comic books or books that they enjoy. It doesn't have to be books that are, teaching reading and math. It's just books that you're gonna read for fun. This Hoopla, to be honest, I'm not too familiar with it, but I know it's free, and so you go to this Hoopla page, and it's free, and you can get music, movies, television. You can use it with Chromecast, Roku, Android TV, Apple TV, and Fire TV. There's comics, ebooks, audiobooks. Borrow 8 times each month, and then it says monthly borrowing limit resets at 12:01 a.m. on the first day of the month. So I guess whatever you rent at the 8th of the month, they go away. And then you have to hire not hire, but rent 8 more books, or maybe even those same ones if you were still reading them. But see this Access 360, there's fiction books, nonfiction ebooks, kids and teen titles, and you can borrow up to 6 titles at a time. So this one, Access 360, Hoopla, and Overdrive are all ways that you can get books online, audiobooks, movies, TV shows, a lot of content to keep your kids busy this summer. All right. Any questions on these?
Mr. Villegas.
Yes, Mahalet?
Well, my dad just went outside and he said that he'll watch the video later, so I'm going to take over.
Okay, thank you, Mahalet, for letting me know. And that's fine because I'm gonna post it on YouTube. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint now. Give me 1 second. All right. So now we're back to this PowerPoint, and let me see. All right, so that covered the library, the Dallas Public Library. Now I want to share with you the Scholastic website. Okay. All right. Give me 1 second. Okay, so this is the Scholastic website. When you go to it, it will ask you, I am a parent, educator, student, all right? So it says, keep your kids reading, thinking, and growing all summer and beyond. Sign up for information about new teaching resources and other products. Please enter your email to use our free site, okay? So, so let's say I wanna enter as a parent, all right? And I'm gonna enter my email address. Now this is not my email address for school, so don't email me at that one. All right, but anyways, I just entered it as a parent so that you can see what activities there are. So let's say you're in 4th grade, so that would be, or 3rd grade, that's grade 3 to 5. You would click there. And then look, so let's say all of June, you want to keep your kids busy with activities, right? That are meaningful. So on week 1, it'll tell you the activities that are available. So it says Marvel Trivia Virtual Book Fest. Come to home base for a Marvel themed trivia challenge to celebrate Shuri, a Black Panther novel. So then you would click on this on Thursday, May 14th. Oh, that's already, that's tomorrow. So tomorrow you can try this virtual book fest and see what it's about. On Friday, May 15th, there's a story jam with R.L. Stine. Meet on home base to write a story with Goosebumps author R.L. Stine. So then you would, on Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So remember, Eastern time is different than Central. So on Google, make sure that you put in or you ask your parents, what is the conversion for Eastern time? I believe it's 2 hours before this. So if it's 2 p.m. Eastern, it would be
12 o'clock.
Time. 12, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Beebe. So remember, guys, if this is telling you Eastern time, it's 2 hours before. So this Marvel virtual trivia is at 12, and same for the R.L. Stine. So that's this week. And then here it just tells you so many more things. Listen for Wells, New York City, travel to sizzling. And you got students, you've been seeing like all those different zoos and virtual field trips with your teachers. So you can do a lot of those here, like cold places, hottest places. Sporting events may save slots. So you read all these articles, and day by day, there's just so many things. Here's a virtual field trip to the Museum of the American Revolution. Here you can meet a domino designer. Yuck. Here you can see why some kids are eating insects in burger bugs. So there is just a lot in the Scholastic website that you can explore throughout the summer. All right, so that's one more thing that I wanted to share with you. Parents or students, do you have any questions about the Scholastic website?
No.
No? Okay. All right,
No.
let me go back to the presentation. Yes, go ahead.
Does it cost for money?
Does it what?
Does the website cost for money?
Nope, it's free. That's why I'm sharing it with you, okay? Because I want you to have places that you can visit online for free, all right? So everything in the public library and in the Scholastic website is free. All right. All right, so let me share the screen again for my PowerPoint. All right. So once again, when you text me and you email me, I will send you all these links. The final resource I want to share with you is this document that has it just has a list of resources. So I'm going to email you this. Okay. So students, this might not be very exciting to you because it's just a list of information, but make sure your parents see this, okay? It has a bunch of lists of information for mental health. So that means like if you or anyone in your family needs counseling, these are all places where they can get resources, okay? So I'm just scroll down. Here, the Texas Workforce Commission, that's if anyone in your family needs help finding a job, you can go to this website. Let me see. Here's one more resources for mental health. Medical information. So if you guys need any information from hospitals or coronavirus information, now guys, this is mainly for parents, okay? In case you're wondering, this is mainly for for parents. Here's information about getting tested for coronavirus. And this is really good. This is food and supplies. So this tells you the North Texas Food Bank how to get food if you want free food, or how to find food donations around North Texas, right? Here's the Dallas one. It says Dallas ISD will provide grab-and-go meals. That was during the school year, but they might do it during the summer. So make sure you go to the Dallas ISD website or even click this link. Anywhere you see blue is links to different websites, okay? Let me see. Okay, so I don't know, you guys have all heard of 911, right? That's what you dial for an emergency. Well, there's something called 211. You can go to this website. If you click it, the 211.org, it says you go to this website or call if you need assistance finding food, paying for housing, bills, or getting free childcare or other essential services. So that one is really, really good. Let me see what else. Okay, so kids and parents, this one is really good. All these websites right here where it says for kids and teens, there's so many websites that have free resources for you over the summer, all right? So here it says list of education companies offering free subscriptions, all right, due to school closings. I'm not gonna click on these because it's gonna take me to the websites and you're not gonna be able to see it. So here it says you can get free Wi-Fi for 60 days, all right? Fort Worth Public Library has free book resources for ebooks. Parents, here's a really cool list of 15 ways to keep your kids busy during social distancing. 10 educational apps your kids should try. 8 places to take an online field trip. Those are free.
Miss, Miss,
Yes, Grace?
my mom wants to know what the website, like the 211 service, like that gives you free childcare and
Okay, it's gonna be right here, and I'm gonna, it's this one. See where it says dial 211? It's right here if you wanna take a picture. But tell her I'm gonna email all this to her. Go ahead and tell her. Gracie, tell her I'm gonna email this to her. That's why it's,
you need her email.
yes, text me her email. You wrote down my number, right? Text me her email. Everybody text me your emails if you want this list. I'm gonna email it to you. I think the teachers also put it on Google Classroom, but I wanna email it to you guys directly. So you have it in your email, okay? All right. So once again, this list is really good. It says 125 ideas to keep kids entertained during the coronavirus crisis. 25 best podcasts for kids. Podcasts are like stories or people talking about interesting things that are interesting for students. YouTube Kids, there's a link for that. Cool math games. I know you guys know that website, right? So the link is right here. 10 documentaries to watch with your kids. PBS Kids. Have you guys been to PBS Kids before?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a really good one. Let's see.
Do we need our address?
Your house address or just your email address?
Address.
Email address.
Email address.
Yes. Did you write down my email address? It's AD. Here, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go back to it so you can see it. Hold on. Okay.
My mom said that she's gonna give you her email address by calling you.
But is she gonna text it to me or is she gonna email it to me?
She's gonna text it to you.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. And then I will email her. Very good. All right. All right, guys, and students and parents, thank you for joining me. Like I said, this is my first parent meeting that I do online. Like I said, we don't know what school's gonna look like in the fall. I hope we get to go back to campus. We really want to be with the students, but we really want the students during the summer to keep busy doing something that is good for their minds and that, I know, and that we don't want them to be bored, or parents, we don't want you to be having a hard time finding things for them to do, especially if they still have to be inside most of the time. So is there any other questions that you have about the school and the end of the school year or summer?
I got one question, Mr. Villegas.
Yes, sir.
This is for new student enrollment for the next year. What does it look like?
Well, we don't know, sir, because the only information we have is what the superintendent has been saying on the news. And
Okay.
what he has been saying is that, everything's still being considered. It just depends if they reopen everything, if they allow for the schools to reopen completely. And they're just looking at different scenarios. So just keep your eyes and ears on the news this summer. And
Okay.
hopefully we will get some answers soon. But all we know is what they report on the news from the superintendent.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, Grace, can you ask your mom if she has another question?
Do you have any? Wait, say it again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
All right, Mr. Abibi, Miss
Thank you very much, Mr.
Mahalit, tell your
Mr.
dad thank you.
Villegas.
All right, you guys have a good one.
Mr.
Bye-bye.
Villegas,
Yes, Mahalit?
when are we gonna return the things that we borrowed from school, like for the end of the summer, or when summer's about to start?
The stuff like
Good question. That your teachers will send you a message, or either in Zoom, they're gonna tell you, or they're gonna post it on Google Classroom. They'll post all those instructions, okay?
Okay, Mr. Villegas.
okay. I had a question. One more. This is not the last meeting, right? We're gonna do more again another day. Like this is not
For parents? Yes, sir. I will do another meeting the last week of school, the 26th and 26th and 27th. So on the 26th, I will do an English one at the same time at 6:30 on May 26th, and then on May 27th, I will do a Spanish one at 6:30 for the parents that speak Spanish. But yeah, at that time, I hope to have more information about the report card, summer school, or even returning the equipment. But even though the teachers will tell you all that, I'm still gonna make a video or a presentation or be available for questions if you have any.
All right. Thank you for your advice. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And good questions, guys. Any other questions?
No, thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a good evening.
Bye, Gracie.
Bye-bye.
Bye.